sorry, and you were saying Jessica yells at you?
She yells at me all the time about.
How does that make you feel?
Not great. Well, actually, I really enjoyed her hot take last week. I got to throw that out there.
All right, but I got to ask, because I haven't looked at the stat line, just before we get into it. Did he also throw 3 picks?
He did throw 3 interceptions.
Okay.
But you don't get negative touchdowns for throwing
No.
interceptions.
I'm not taking away from that. I knew he threw 1 because it was 1. He was like 1 out of 3 with an interception, and then I think Cheese told me he threw 3 picks.
Oh no, he threw 2 interceptions and had a fumble.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
that's way better.
Yeah, 1 interception was really bad. It was really bad. He overthrew the guy who was wide open. Could have been nerves, but his accuracy was something. They got to work on it. One of them was tip ball. Okay, happens.
Yep.
And then the third one, he was sacked within 2 seconds and got stripped.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Not all his fault. One of them was bad, but you know what?
Hey,
he's a gunslinger.
All right.
Third touch. I was watching downstairs, and Jess was upstairs cleaning, and I was with the kids downstairs, and all I hear is hot take. He threw his third interception. I'm sorry, third touchdown. It was great.
Because when we were texting about this, and you said 1 more for the hot take. I said the hot take was 3, and you go right after you text me. He literally just scored a touchdown. I was like, okay, that was a good timing then.
Yeah.
Well, you and I finally had a good week.
We did.
I went 11-3.
Yep.
And you were?
And I was 12-2.
12-2. If I had a clapping sound, I would totally do it right there.
Yep.
We needed that. We were both like, I was under 500. You were like barely over 500.
Yeah, I think I was 1 or 2 games over 500.
Needed that.
Now we're well over 500.
I'm like 6 games over. I'm feeling good now.
I could do a quick math, but I'll do it later.
I just needed that first, 5-6 weeks to get over the hump.
Yeah, you just got to get a feel for the league, see who's doing what's going where, who are the contenders, who are the pretenders,
right?
The Saints, as we're watching here.
Usually it takes only a couple weeks. Yeah. This year it took us like 5 to get
I feel
straight.
Like every year that whole it's the first 4 games of the preseason is becoming more and more true.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
Yes.
But
especially from betting. Although you did well in your bets.
I had a great day of gambling. I
clip that. Send it to Jess.
I gambled my little heart out. I mean, we don't have
a great day for
gambling. Do we have dice? Do we have a dice sound?
Oh, I'll try to add that. This is.
You get the money. Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
So Rhode Island Sportsbook, everyone has a promo for like extra like good odds or better odds, boost odds or whatever. So they had a parlay of Drake May over passing yards and over rush yards.
Yep.
And I was like, boom, taking that bad boy. Should have went for more. Nailed it. He had more touchdowns in one game than Jacoby Myers did all season.
Wow.
He had that, and then he had the over for rush yards was like 19.5. He had 15 yards in the first drive. So I was like,
wow,
nailed it.
I guess with a shitty line, he's going to have to scramble out of the pocket anyway.
Yep.
So
you and I both, we nailed our first ever MOJO parlay. So we nailed that one. And then on the Bozo thing I talked about a few weeks ago, we after 5 weeks, we hit it, all 6. All 6 hit.
That's pretty good. What were some of the bets on that one?
We had I had the Bucks over the Saints. We had someone pick the Texans. I'm sorry, not the Bucks over, covering. Someone had the Texans covering against the Patriots. We had BYU. This is college football too, because some of them watch college football. We've had Premier League stuff. We had BYU covering. We had the over in the London game, the Jags game, which hit by like 1 point. So that was stressful. And there was another college game in there. So, yeah.
That's pretty good.
It was good.
Great week for game. Honestly, you should do it more.
I should do it more. The funny thing is, we almost won the week before. We tied 1 and lost 1. I was the only loser who lost like a loser. So I felt bad, but I'm glad we hit that one. That was a good one.
Finally.
So we each got so it was a $10 bet, and it was $94. Well, no, it was $98 each.
There you go.
If we just keep racking those up, so now we're just going to be like, now why don't we just do $20 a week? Just keep going. Just keep going.
So I had a good week, and then you had a really good week.
Yeah, I can't wait to do it again. I'm itching now.
You say that, but I see the look in your eye. There's some seriousness here.
I'm still at $50 is where I started last NFL season, and I am now at 120 something. Because I took the 94 and I immediately put it into my savings.
Yeah.
My high yield savings.
Yeah.
Not touching that.
No.
Keep stacking on top of each other.
There you go.
Great day for gambling.
Watch the show, make money.
That's right.
It's the slogan.
Yeah. I mean, the 2-team parlay, we nailed it. Nailed it.
So good. Yep. So good.
Yep.
Maybe we'll have another one.
Maybe.
Knows?
We'll see. I got my eye on one.
Okay, I haven't even looked yet. I only know who we're playing, so I'm not really sure. Let's just kick it off. Our beer of the week is it's really like a fan favorite of the show. It's really the go-to. Oh, sorry.
I knocked it over. That was my fault.
Yeah,
it's Old Reliable.
Do you need another one?
No, it's fine.
Just give it the old tap-taparoo.
Old Reliable.
Athletic Run Wild. It is very much Old Reliable. Yep. If I see this beautiful blue can somewhere, I'm immediately...
You're into it.
I'm so into it. They had another one, though. What's the one that I sent you? It wasn't their Oktoberfest. It was like Gourd
This is a stout one, right? They scare me. I'd be so...
Okay.
I mean, I still was scared of the Guinness, and it was okay, so I'm sure it'll be fine, but I feel like I can't drink stouts out of a can. I'd have to pour it into a glass again.
That's fair. I saw it. Somebody saw it, sent it to me, sent it to you. It's not really my style, but anyway.
Yeah.
Fan favorite of the show?
Yep.
Athletic Brewing. Ooh. All right, let's get into it.
Okay.
Just so we're all clear, by the way, we both said we're picking the Saints. It is 8:27. They did start, but right after the first play, we said that we were picking the Saints. So.
Yeah, I was thinking it on the way over. I was like, Saints.
Keeping us honest here. All right, so last Thursday, 49ers over the Seahawks, 36-24. That was the game we were watching while we were recording. I didn't finish watching this game, I'll be honest with you.
I didn't either. I usually try to finish watching them when I get home, but I did not. But it seems like the 49ers didn't really have much trouble here. Saints got it kind of close in the fourth quarter, but the 49ers pulled away.
Yeah, the big one out of that was Mason got hurt, but I think he's playing this week.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's playing, but he had a shoulder injury, didn't come back in.
That's fine. But you know what? It's the Shanahan system, so look what Gerdendo does. 10 carries, 99 yards.
I'm going to say there was no T in there, so I'm going to say Gorendo. 10
rushes, 99 yards. And it doesn't matter what hobo gets plugged into that system. He's going to run for 90 yards.
It just works. CMC who?
Yeah, exactly.
Is there any word that he's coming back? I haven't heard anything.
I haven't heard anything.
So I'm going to assume he's not coming back until at least week 12.
Yeah. I haven't heard anything. Yeah, I asked it for a hot take. Yep.
I see it. Yep. There's the hot take.
It's coming in hot.
Niners are, you would think that they were better than they were, but they're sitting at 3-3. The Seahawks are also at 3-3, so I don't know technically.
I think they now lead. I think they lead the division now.
They must, right?
Because the Rams are 1-4, and the
Cardinals
are 2-3 or 1-4. Yeah,
makes sense. So 3-3, leading the division. On to Sunday, the London Jaguars. London Bridge was falling down on the Jaguars. 35-16. The Bears. So the Bears are 4-2 right now.
Yeah,
4-2.
Yep.
What did we say? Leave Caleb alone.
Yeah, he's slinging it. I don't know why they're not showing his box score. I thought he had a really good game.
I thought so too. Let's look at it.
But yeah, the Jags are in a free for all. Their coach has got to be on the hot seat. They have too much talent.
I would agree. I'm assuming that the box score that they show in the highlight is based on who has the most yards, because Lawrence had 234, Caleb had 226. So he's 23 of 29, 226, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Got sacked 3 times.
Okay.
But, I mean, he had a good game. And I think we both picked the Bears?
No, I picked the Jags. So I started.
All right. So that was one of the 2 that you lost was the Jags?
Yep. I thut they would travel better. I mean, that's 2 London games in a row. Oh, no, I did pick the Bears. I'm sorry. Silly me. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I picked the Bears.
I'm trying to look at what my losses were as we come up to them.
Oh, that's right, because we were saying like how the Jags are in free, like it's over, like free for all.
Yeah.
They're done. And we're playing them in London.
That's right. I did know that game.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Yep.
Bears at 4-2. I believe if they're not in first place, they're tied.
They're tied with
the
Packers.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Packers 34-13 over the Cardinals. Cardinals are also a team in desperation mode, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very blasé right now. I don't know what to make of them. They don't move the needle in any direction. Kyler.
And they didn't last year. And I know when he came back, they were like, "Oh, he's the spark plug." And blah, blah. But now it's 6 weeks in. He started this whole season at 2-4. I don't think that I don't think he's the answer, and I don't think whatever they're doing is Going in the right direction.
Yep. And Call of Duty, as we said last week, comes out any day now.
So he'll be up all night.
Exactly. So they're definitely trending in the wrong direction. Their offense, people thought like, same with the Saints. Everyone's like, oh, they're Saints. Look at their offense, and it hasn't done anything else. So,
do you think Kyler benefits from moving to a different team, or do you just think that it's him?
I think it's him.
Yeah. Well, like a Baker. Baker moved around a little bit. He settled into Tampa.
He is shorter. But I think Baker has that dog in him.
He does.
I don't think Kyler does.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. Kyler, no.
I don't see it.
Or Baker, like, the Browns gave up on him, and he, like, took that personally.
Yeah.
Whereas Kyler, I feel like, is like, whatever, I got my money.
He would throw a fit.
Yeah, I was like, I don't care. I got my money. I have Call of Duty to keep me company. Whatever.
That's fair. I think Baker wants to win.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I see that point.
Yeah.
But, Packers, I think, are in first place 4-2.
Yep.
Jordan Love, 22 of 32, 258, 4 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
He had a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is the first game that I lost. And I said here on this program last week on this show, I said, if I'm going to pick the Titans because they're at home, they should win this game because the Colts just got beat by the Jags. If the Titans don't win, I'm never picking them again. I don't care who they're playing this week.
Yep.
I ain't picking them. 1-4. What a shit show. And that's like not to take away from Flacco, okay? Flacco had a good game. He won the game 20-17. Titans should have won this game. I think already with the Titans, you got to blow this whole thing up.
Wow.
You lost Derrick Henry. You decided to not keep him. So he goes to Baltimore, which is the missing link.
Yep.
You get Will Levi-James. You traded away Malik, who won a couple games for the Packers.
Against them.
You fired Vrabel, and you're 1-4, and probably one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah.
Not just record-wise. I think they're just one of the worst teams in the league.
Yep.
So I will not pick them again.
Nope. Good choice. I do remember you saying that.
You picked the Colts in this game.
I did pick the Colts, but it was just because Flacco was playing.
That's true.
If AR was playing, I would have went with probably
Is
Titans.
Richardson healthy?
I think he's playing next week.
Oh,
officially.
no.
I know, I'm not happy about it. I also had one of the Colts wide receivers in fantasy, which I lost by like 3 points, and he scored me 0 points, so very upset. Very upset.
Good.
Not good at all.
Not good.
Nope.
Although Pittman ended up playing, so he was doubtful. They were talking about him going to IR.
He went from IR to like practicing to playing. Like 2 days.
And he scored a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's why I played that guy, because I'm like, oh, Pittman's out. He'll play.
Yep. No.
Bad choice.
Thanks a lot, Pittman.
Yeah. I was not happy about that.
Oh, man, this was a close one. So the Texans 41-21. I've never seen somebody so happy about getting a 20-point drubbing.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was just
Has
amazing.
the bar been set so low for you?
It was just amazing seeing a quarterback play quarterback. You know, when Jessica gave her hot take last week, and she said we laughed right in her face. She was not happy with us. She was not happy.
What do you mean?
Because we said, who's he going to throw it to? Ha, 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 ha. She said,
well, it was true, and it's still true. You have nobody.
I don't think it's a coincidence that 2 wide receivers got their first career touchdown catches in the first game he starts. Just start there.
Well, yes. I think the bar was couldn't.
Yeah, the bar's low. Exactly. I mean, you saw Jacoby play. It's terrible.
It's not good.
I don't think he ever threw for more than 160 yards. He had like 250 here, with 50 yards running. If you want to combine the two together, it was just like it was so good to see. It was so good.
20 of 33, 243, 3
and
touchdowns,
also,
2 picks, 1 fumble, and a partridge and a pear tree.
Stevenson didn't play, so he led our team in rushing.
Literally with 50 yards.
And we'll see, as we'll talk later about another team who has no running game. We see how things go.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
I think you don't.
Another team with no running
game?
No
running game. Who's been in the news lately about some of their offseason decisions.
So
there's no running game. We're on our like 4th or 5th left tackle. I'm pretty sure this game coming up in London is going to be on our 5th left tackle.
Yeah.
He was able to move around a little bit. He made some rookie mistakes as they always do. Sure. But that throw to Booty, it was a good cornerback he made that play on too.
He's got potential. Again, I don't know why he wasn't starting.
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares? 22-year-old You're going to tell me that he couldn't at least get you guys to 1-5 after 6 weeks?
Right. 22-year-old kid. And also it's funny. 21 points is like the most we scored, but 41 points is the most we've given up, which is unfortunate. But like even as we like,
yeah, you're playing the Texans.
Top 5
they're a playoff
defense.
team.
Yeah, they're exactly. But it's like he got us within. It was 14. We were within 14 with like 5 minutes left. Actually 9 minutes left. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, okay, get a stop here. 50-yard touchdown run. Like, Pierce is just gone. So like, okay, that's that. But it was just fun to watch a competent offense.
Well, you scored some points finally.
Yeah, exactly. And he had rookie. Peyton Manning still leads, and I'm not comparing to Peyton Manning, but Peyton Manning still holds the rookie interception record.
Yeah,
because they let him just throw it.
But again, when Peyton got drafted, the bar couldn't have been lower for that team.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
I just keep saying they're 1-5. Drake could have given you 1-5, but what my point with that is he would have had 6 games under his belt at this point.
Yeah,
if they went 1-16, it's still 17 games under his belt.
We would have won that Dolphins game too,
probably. But I'm saying like the worst case scenario.
Yes,
you go 1-16. He's got 17 games under his belt potentially going into year 2.
Yep.
It's not like you guys have a good defense, not like you did last year. You got a first-year head coach. You have no studs on offense.
No. We went from a top 5, top 10 defense to I think we're like 30th ranked now. Obviously, that part of that has to do with Belichick. We also have a rookie head coach. You know, it's his first time being a head coach. We have a first time head coach, first-year head coach, first-year defensive coordinator, first-year offensive coordinator choosing plays.
Yeah.
Because he didn't run the plays in Cleveland.
Right.
So a lot of first timers. But
that's the point of like
they're all learning together.
Jacoby was their safe bet to be like, oh, we can go 6 and 7 and 10 and you know what I'm saying? Like that's a 3-game improvement. That was their safety blanket because they're all new. Instead of just being like, we're all on the same level.
Yep.
We're just going to grow together. That's the way I would have done it.
Yeah.
But who the fuck am I?
Yeah. So it was fun watching. I mean, again, the Texans are a playoff team, top 10. You know, they have a great defensive line. We knew there was going to be sacks. So it was definitely, it was an enjoyable way to spend some time losing.
Sometimes getting your ass kicked it could still be fun.
Yeah. It can be when you just like you're watching the future.
Right.
In front of your own eyes. Like I feel like if you guys were the opposite, but you'd still see Jaden and be like, wow, this kid's got it.
Yep.
It's like, oh, at least I'm watching for something.
I said if they went 4-13 this year,
different 4-13.
It's a different 4-13. The vibe is completely different.
Yep.
But I mean, the good news out of this too is Drake gets his first start, and you guys right now have the number 1 pick.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. So, I don't know who we're looking at, but maybe we'll trade it for
draft watch.
Yeah, maybe we'll trade it for a haul or something. We have a lot of holes to fill.
With the first pick like that, I mean, you got so say New England ends up with the first pick. You got teams that need quarterbacks. Like I feel like the Raiders, they're a team that.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I'm hoping someone elevates in college and someone goes and chase like a Bryce Young, or they go chase after him because we need a left tackle, we need a middle linebacker, we need defensive front.
Yep.
We need a tight end. We need a lot. We need
you guys
receivers.
Need a lot.
We need a lot.
You guys need a lot. So that first pick is going to be valuable. That's one of those ones where, unless you just get like we were talking about, like a Joe Alt or something, somebody that's like, okay, this is our guy. Trade it, collect picks.
And I was reading that there's not any left tackles who are in the top 10 like people are seeing go in the top 10. So we'll see. I do not watch enough college football to know.
No, me neither.
So we will see. I mean, he made some rookie mistakes as they do. The first interception, he airmailed it, which I get. We've talked about earlier, but it was like some nerves, and then he got a tip ball, and then he got strip sacked. Really, he got hit very fast. But as he gets better, he'll get more pocket awareness. Maybe he'll step up and avoid it. But it was good to watch. I enjoyed it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. The Tampa Bakers over the Saints, 51-27. It was close for a minute.
It was close. And it stressed me out because that was the last bet in our 16 parlay. So I'm like, they're up 17-3. And I'm like, what's going on here, Baconators? But they stepped up.
That's right. It was 17-0. And then very quickly it became 27-24.
Yeah.
But then the fourth quarter, they ran away with. They scored 20 points in the fourth quarter. Baker went 24-36, 325, 4 touchdowns.
Yep.
And towards the end, that fourth quarter was just it ended up.
And he threw like 3 picks in one quarter. I don't know which one it was. Probably the second. If the score's indication.
I would say so.
But yeah, and they clamped down and felt
That's a very typical like Tampa Bay quarterback day.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking like Jameis.
Yeah.
Would get you 4 touchdowns, but 3 picks and 300 yards. That was very typical. But the Bucs are 4-2. Again, I don't know where to put them yet. They're a playoff team, but I don't know who they're going to beat.
I don't think they're going to make it through they're too inconsistent.
Right.
And the Saints are pretenders. We thought they're maybe contenders.
They're pretenders.
Yeah.
And I forget, how long is Carr out for?
A couple weeks at least. Oblique it was.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Spencer Rattler came in. He didn't look bad.
Yep.
But I think it was more of a defensive thing there.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. The Philadelphia Eagles. I said on Sunday, I go, the Browns are going to get whitewashed. Mm-hmm. And I forgot how little faith I should have had in the Eagles. 20-16, they squeak it out against the dead-in-the-water Browns, which we'll get to in a second. Some of the big news out of this game was Sirianni jawing at the fans.
His own fans, right?
His own fans for booing, but then also in the press conference said, we like it when they cheer for us. It doesn't really help us when they're booing. And I've heard Washington players say this along the way, even when they were sucking most of the time. But they were honest with it, even under Ron. They'd be like, well, we need to give them something to cheer about.
Right.
Like, you got to look in the mirror here.
Like, dude, there's expectations that come with it. You're in the NFL. Grow up.
It's not even just him saying in the press conference. It's him jawing back after the game. Like, that's
like you're a full grown man.
It's like Antonio Pierce with the thoughts.
It's pretty it's close.
The Instagram thoughts. I don't want my coach.
It's like
getting rattled by fans like this.
Yeah, it's like I feel like he's the kind of guy who like yells at the umpire at a little league baseball game.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude.
Enough. Relax.
Go. What are you doing?
But it's like you're the fucking head coach. You're the head coach. This isn't like this would be something where your head coach would yell at a rookie for doing something like this.
You're not like the strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah, no, you're the head coach. You're the guy. You're the face of the coaching staff.
Yeah, and it's smelly over there. It's not great.
It's smelly. They need that garbage pick and field goal kick in Philadelphia phenomenon.
Someone get Tony on the line.
Tony Danza. The other news out of this game was they said that the Browns scored 1 touchdown in the last 29 drives.
Wow. I took it's funny you say that because I saw something online. I took a screenshot of it and I meant to send it to you and I never did. And it was you're welcome. I forget why. But it was, let me find it. It showed the Browns offense now and the Browns offense. Oh, there it is. See, I never sent it to you.
Oh, good.
When they went 1-31, and it's worse now than it was then.
Yards per game, 309 to 240.
Yep.
Pass yards per game, 202.9. Wow. It's not even
close.
It's way worse. I mean, the points are close, but the yards and the pass yards. And the funny thing is, they just traded Amari Cooper to Buffalo, which is basically mailing it in. Yep. And they refuse to bench Deshaun. And my guess is they're hoping he gets hurt because there's an insurance policy.
I think you mentioned that.
What other fucking reason? Yeah. I mean, even the Broncos last year ended up sitting Russ.
Yep. Oh, yeah, you're right.
And he had a monster contract.
That's what the Raiders did with Derrick Carr, too. They benched him those last 2 games because they didn't want him to get hurt.
Right. They want him to get hurt.
Yeah, opposite, yeah.
There's got to be some insurance policy because otherwise...
100%.
They're 1-5. They're getting smoked.
Yeah.
They're 1 out of 29.
Yep.
And you still no. We're gonna stick with Deshaun. What is he showing you that he should be the starting quarterback?
He's like I said. He's been playing worse than Jacoby Brissett. Worse.
Worster.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. So I don't know, man.
I don't know either.
But nothing's going good in Philadelphia or Cleveland except for baseball.
Well, not really, because I think they're losing.
It was tied. It's top of the 10th.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's 5-5. They were losing.
But they're down 2-0.
Yes, they must have scored in the bottom of the 9th.
Okay, but they have something to cheer for, kind of.
Yeah, your Your girl was at the Yankees game for game 1.
My girl.
Your girl.
Who's my girl?
Taylor Swift.
What I was hoping for. I was gonna say, like, if it was the Duffster.
Oh no.
Because I think
not
she's
your actual girl. You're not really your girl.
What is she there for? I mean, was she just
because
there?
she was there with him, the man, the boy, because he's from Cleveland. I'm assuming he's a Cleveland. I mean, I'm an Indians, a Guardians fan. I'm assuming.
Must be.
You must be like brethren with them. Although Redskins is a better name than Indians. Indians, Chief Wahoo is a little much.
Nah, Chief Wahoo's fine.
Have you seen that lately? This is a bridge too far, I think.
How long did that logo last for?
Really long. Really long. They turn into just a giant. They start.
But why the teeth though? Like why?
Why do you think?
I don't know. I really don't.
It's a caricature.
I get it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why did they do that all those years ago? I don't
know.
Not great, Bob. Not good. I think I know. But I wasn't there. I wasn't in the room when they drew it up.
What's a more respectable logo though? The Redskins is that an actual guy.
The Redskins one.
He was on the Buffalo nickel.
Exactly.
He's an actual guy.
Yeah. And because the Redskins one looks very similar to the Florida Seminoles. Or looked.
And honestly, ours isn't screaming.
That's true. But they have they're like boys with the.
Well, I know they have a deal with the tribe. Yeah. I get it. But like ours is very. Yeah,
it was nice.
Very masculine, very, but calm, but curious.
More.
This is a great segue because our game's next.
The Giant W's were next.
I wouldn't. Giant W's. I would still hate the name Commanders, but I miss the logo. More than the name Redskins, I miss the logo.
Yeah.
We could be the Braves. We could be the Warriors. We could be the nothing. We could be the football team.
Yeah.
As long as I had that logo back. I need it.
Or the 75th anniversary logo, which was also really good.
I know, but it's not this. That logo, I now PSA, that logo was the best logo in all of sports.
Every single sport
known to man. That was the best logo. And I'm not biased.
Speaking from a purely, yeah.
But there's logos in the I like the Raiders logo. I like their colors too, the silver and black. I like that logo, Yeah. But then you have boring ones like the Cowboys, a star, boring, fucking boring, or the Chargers, a fucking lightning bolt.
Yeah.
What is this? Fucking elementary school? Grow up.
I'm all about the classics. What
do you like? What's another logo other than the Patriots that you like? Do you like the Patriots' original logo?
Like Pat Patriot?
Yeah.
I feel like that has gotten a bit of, I like him modernized, like the throwbacks they wore. Like, it looks really nice, but it looked like shit back in the day. Like, go back, look, it's like some throwbacks.
But is that because they played like shit?
Probably that, but also just like more, the clothing was, the jerseys weren't as nice. They were just like over, they just look bad.
Yeah,
sure. Bad. Now they look really crisp.
They do look good.
And they don't get dirty anymore because they all play on fake field and shit. So there's like no more dirt and mud and everything. So it looks a lot better than it used to. But I'm not into the Pat Patriot.
I like the ones that they had. I must be on an island with this one, but
the mid-90s with the shoulder.
Yeah, the shoulder with the blue. Yeah. I like those.
I know. I wish they would wear those throwbacks one day. They're like the forgotten throwbacks.
And I think it was because maybe it was right before they got good with Brady in the bunch, and that they kind of just threw those away. But imagine, I don't think they ever went back to that.
No, there was the original jerseys with Pat Patriot with the Flying Elvis were disgusting. They're the worst looking jerseys ever. Yeah. And they went to those, and I'm biased because we grew up like we were children when those came out, and that's like when my first watching football was those jerseys, which I enjoyed, and I liked it on the shoulder because it was different.
Right.
And that's what they went to the '96 Super Bowl with. But yeah, I wish they'd bring them back. And they won't. The jerseys they have now, they're awful, god awful. I would take anything over those.
Yeah,
I would take trash bags over those.
But I would like to see them do a throwback of that, because I will say this too: when Dallas does it on Thanksgiving with the ones on the sholders, white, they actually look nice. Yeah. I mean, fuck them, but like they look, the jerseys look good.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like the Steelers. I like.
You like the Steelers logo?
Yeah, I like Steelers logo. I mean, West Fork Steelers. Shout out. Pee Wee football.
What was it?
I played 2 years with Westbrook Steelers. I only played 1 year with the Westbrook Wizards.
Oh, fair.
But that was our peewee.
Gotcha.
I
like Tampa Bay's, I guess. The Texans are cool.
Yeah. I like the old Broncos. I'm not a huge fan of the new one. I like the new one's okay. And I like the 49ers. I like
49ers is good. I don't like the Bengals with the B.
Just the
There's
Giants.
too many. Now you see it like because they're playing the Giants.
Yeah.
I don't like the letters and
It's
shit.
funny. I'm like looking through this. I'm like, why do they all? Every team has like refreshed recent. Like the Giants have redone it like 3 times. The Jets did it recently. The Falcons redid theirs.
Yeah.
Lions is good. I like the Lions.
Lions is good.
Even the Dolphins. I used to love the old Dolphin.
The old Dolphin logo.
The new
was
one
great.
is. Why did they do that? Just like stretched him out. Looks so.
Yeah,
weird.
I don't know.
That was dumb.
But their old one was good. Yeah, they made him like
a.
That's weird.
Not great.
Vikings one's not bad.
Yep. Yeah. Another older one.
That's an older one.
Yep. So.
The Falcons, I don't know. I don't know if I like the new one. Maybe the new one's a little bit better than the old one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, enough of our fashion show.
Yeah. Fashion show at lunch.
Also,
Commanders.
there's too many fucking birds in the
too
league.
many birds. Way too many birds.
But we played a bird. So the showdown of Lamar and Jaden in Baltimore, we lost 30-23. I will say that going into this game, my idea of us winning, we needed to play perfect on offense because you just know. I mean, our defense isn't great and our secondary got lit up.
Yep.
I mean, but at the same time, you're going up against like the number 1 offense. Yeah. Derrick Henry had a fucking field day. 24, 132, 2 touchdowns. Lamar, 20 of 26, 323, 1 touchdown. Now, they did limit the run with Lamar. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Well, that's because our secondary was so bad, they couldn't stop anybody. Look at Flowers' numbers, 9 for 132. Yeah. And Derrick Henry just fucking ran all over us. Also, we lost Jonathan Allen for the year with the torn pec.
That sucks. You did say the defense got exposed a little bit, but I think they put up a good fight. 1-score game. Not the worst in the world. It wasn't like if this could have been like, you could have lost by 30 and people these are the Commanders that we do.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, there is no moral victories. It's like you win, you learn, you move on. You win or you learn or you move on. Mm-hmm. But you have to move on anyway. But 30-23 is like, it was competitive. We're 4-2. We're better than I thought we were going to be at this point. So
still leading the division. But the Ravens were your Super Bowl pick. And
now it seems like they had a couple weird losses. Now they're kind of rolling.
Yep.
They're the real. This could be the year.
It could be the year. They're scooting. They are scooting.
Championship game between the Chiefs,
maybe,
or the Bills,
maybe. I don't think the Chiefs are gonna. Well, we'll see.
Well, we'll get there. I didn't watch any of this game. Do you notice that? Do you have a feeling that the West Coast doesn't get the same love on this show?
I think that's fair.
But it's maybe because we're not watching. I mean, we do watch those games. They're on the 4 o'clock.
Here's the thing. I don't get. I don't have YouTube. I don't have Sunday ticket, so I usually get the one game. I get 2 games at 1, and I'm typically watching the Patriots. Right. And then I get 1 game at 4, and 95% of the time it's the fucking Cowboys. So if it's if the Broncos are randomly on there, or if they're on a Thursday night game or a Monday, that's why I always try to watch the prime times London games, because I know I might not be able to watch anything else.
I always feel like when it seems like it's the AFC West when they match up against each other. Like I have nothing to offer this game. Yeah. But the Broncos lost 23-16 at home. Mm-hmm. I did pick the Chargers, 3-2. I'm still not sure about them yet. Neither with the Broncos 3-3 are better than I thought they were going to be too.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know either, honestly. I mean, I know they want to run it, and they definitely are with 25 carries for JK. But can't make heads or tails. I mean, they're up 23-0, and then they almost gave it all back.
Maybe because it was just garbage time.
Yeah, probably. But I think the Broncos are. I don't think they're good. I think they have a bad rookie quarterback playing.
Really?
Yeah.
No hope for Bo?
I think eventually, but I think he was like a 2nd, 3rd round talent who got taken way too early.
Yeah, but that's the market right now.
Yep. You need that QB.
Amen. Excuse me. Steelers at Vegas. I picked the Steelers 32-13 over the Raiders. Aiden O'Connell started. Just look at that stat line. Just go all I'm going to say. 27-40, 227, 1 touchdown. I didn't have much faith because I don't think that Aiden O'Connell gives you the spark that you need. I mean, I don't know why you benched Minshew, but I don't think Aiden O'Connell's not the guy who's going to score you points.
Yep. Yeah, and they're trading Devontae, whose hamstring is healed magically.
It's a
miracle.
Amazing.
I don't know if Antonio Pierce. It's weird because he took over the job. Mayo took over the job. Where I feel like Mayo is safe. I feel like Pierce might not even last the season.
I don't think so either. And now the other news with the Raiders was, even though it's only a 10% stake, they approved Brady's ownership.
Yeah, and apparently Seymour's in there too. Richard Seymour. I don't know if there's like
the
faces.
Really?
Yeah, the faces of it or whatever. It's like a private. I don't know.
But they did say that he was going to have decent amount of say.
Yeah, because not Al Davis, his son. What's his son's name?
Mark Davis.
Mark Davis. Yeah, because he has like no like heirs. Like, where's that team going to go when he's gone?
But also, if you're gonna defer to Brady making some or having some influence, why not just have him do a job for the team and also own it?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
Because like Jerry Jones has his son involved, Kraft has his son involved, the Steelers, the Giants, they're all family things. But Davis and those are like not Jerry and Kraft, but those older teams are like family affairs. They've owned it since like the freaking 50s.
Right, it's a good old boys club.
Yeah, same with the Raiders. So yeah, you're not really seeing that there. So it's be interesting. They said he's going to help them pick their quarterback in the future. But what's really weird is his like commentating job is going to be really weird now.
But is it just he just can't do Raiders games, right?
He can't do Raiders games, but he also he can't criticize officials. He can't be in the production meetings because they always meet before the games with like the coaches.
Yeah.
Talk, but like, he can't do that because what if he's in the Chiefs production meeting? He's like, hey, here's what their offense is like.
Yeah.
So that's weird. I don't know how he's going to do the job, honestly. Whatever.
I think because he was in the league for so long, I don't think he needs to. But he's got to be somewhat versed on what's going on, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. But I feel like the farther away he gets from his career day, his playing days, the less it's going to be. But that could be years from now,
right?
Because that was always my problem with like Phil Simms. Like Phil, you haven't played football in like 20 years. What are you talking about anymore?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
But I mean, those interactions are important. I mean, they do that with the UFC too. They do the fighter meeting. So when they're fighting, the two guys are fighting, the girls. They know the backstory. Like, oh, yep, they started training with so-and-so. Like, they have notes.
That's why I was never too impressed with Tony Romo when he would, like, his first year, people like, oh, my God, he's like, he knows what's coming. It's like, yeah, because they talk about it in the production meetings. Right. I'm not that impressed. Right. Tony Romo, nice try.
But it's also reading the defenses because he is pretty good, and so is Brady. Brady knows what's coming.
Yes.
Especially if you're a quarterback. I don't know how many quarterbacks you got. It's Phil Simms. Mm-hmm. Who else has really done it?
Trent Green, he does it. He does it right now.
He still does it?
I think he does. Yeah.
That's right.
We get him now because he's bad. Mm-hmm. He does it. The funny thing is, Joe Montana did it for like a year, but it was terrible.
Well, remember Emmett did it too.
Yeah,
it was not good.
Yeah.
Well, he did something and it wasn't good.
He did Monday Night Countdown or something, or Monday ESPN, but
something.
He was bad. Joe Montana was terrible. He only did like 1 year. I know the Mannings don't want to do it. That's why they do the Manning. They could do it from home.
I know that's such a clutch thing.
Jay Cutler was about to do it, but then he got signed by someone.
Yeah,
never went forward with it with Fox.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Yeah. And a lot of I know Greasy does it or did do it. Bob Greasy or no?
Yeah,
the younger one.
Brian.
Yeah, but now he's a quarterbacks coach for the 49ers.
Oh yeah,
but he did it for a couple of years. He did Monday Night Football.
Interesting. I know Orlovsky does, but he does ESPN. He doesn't really commentate though. So But I mean, when you're a quarterback, I feel like you see things a lot differently.
Yeah, for sure.
Unfold,
for sure.
But
agreed.
Also, I don't know which game he did this week.
Probably the next one here. He always does.
Oh yeah, he did. Again, I don't think it's not that bad. People were roasting him early on.
I haven't really listened, honestly.
I haven't.
I haven't listened.
I mean, his first week, because it is a difficult thing.
Sure.
You could see where he stopped talking and you're trying to find your way.
Jitters.
But
even Drake May, you can see it.
I don't know. I've seen him twice now. I'm like, he's not that bad.
No.
But anyway, this was a hilarious game.
Oof.
And I was surprised that all the pundits picked Detroit and Bleacher. And I was like, I don't know. Dallas at home, like, they're not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
On Jerry's birthday, got fucking smoked. And it was awesome. And you picked Detroit. I should have picked Detroit. I don't know why I didn't. This was one of the games I lost. And like, I was so happy to lose this game though. The way that they lost, you know what was funny? Do you remember when they played Green Bay in the playoffs?
Mm-hmm.
And they started off the game, and the Dak and CD were off. That's how this game was.
Mm-hmm.
They were completely off pace.
Yeah.
Did you watch this one?
Nope. Why didn't I watch this one?
Yeah, why didn't you watch this one? What the hell else was on? This was a 4:30 game.
I don't know. I don't know why I didn't watch.
Was it 2 4:30 games?
Well, the Patriots played at 1,
Yeah.
and then I think the children were just on my butt because Ella didn't nap very well, so that was the first problem. She was supposed to nap during the game, and then she didn't. So, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
A lot of times it's on in the background where I'm trying to clean up or get things ready, and no. And also, I saw a score, and I was just like, "What? No, I was watching something because I was watching the Buccaneers score on my phone." What game was
I feel like if I went back in the text, you would have said what was going on here.
Yeah, I don't know. I was definitely watching because I remember looking at the TV and looking at the Bucs score. So I was trying to follow those 6 games. Like the 3 games were happening at once because it was the Patriots game.
Yeah.
It was I was following the Colts in Tennessee because that was the other one. Someone picked the Titans money line. That was the other game. So we needed the Titans to win. No, Colts. We needed the Colts to win.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm 100%.
That game was on that 4:30.
I know, but I was like following it on my phone. I wasn't paying attention. It was on the TV. I was like following them all on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's why I wasn't focusing on the TV. So we needed the Bucs to win and cover, and we needed just the money line for the Colts. We needed the Colts to just straight win. That was the 6th game.
Fair enough.
Nailed it.
The other big news out of this one was Aiden Hutchinson snapped his leg.
Yeah.
On a freak play.
I still haven't watched it.
And he's obviously out for the year. It was one of those. Nobody landed on it. His leg swung.
It looked like a UFC thing where like they kick the guy.
Yeah, his leg swung and snapped. Awful.
You sent it to me. I did not watch it. Jessica watched it.
Dude, you're such a loser.
I'm sorry. Not my cup of tea. I also saw what the score was in this game. Like, I'm like, why am I going to watch these guys?
Because it was awesome.
Yeah,
it was great to watch.
Yeah.
On Jerry's birthday.
But, when we sit at home, and, I've said this before, and I'll say it again, they have no running game. You give Dak the biggest contract in the history of history, but you don't give Derrick Henry like $7 million.
And you also paid CD.
Yeah,
they're potentially they didn't sign Micah. So
your running back plan was to go get the guy you cut 2 years ago and make him your starter again.
Who was done?
Yeah, there's a reason you cut him 2 years ago.
And also, what did he show you in New England last year that you thought, hey, this is the guy? Mm-hmm. Well, who's the other one they have? Dowdle? Doodle? Doodle Dowdle?
I have no idea.
Dowdle. Isn't it Dowdle? Doodle Dowdle.
That sounds right.
Let me check. Doodle Dowdle Doodle.
Yeah, Dowdle.
5
carries
for 25 yards.
25 yards.
Dude, look at Zeke's numbers. 8 carries for 17 yards, bro.
Dude, he's cooked.
Dude,
he's 29 years old. Might as well be 100.
That's fucking good.
Yeah.
Their whole team ran for 53 yards.
Yeah.
Your 2 starting running backs ran for 42 yards.
Yep.
You can't buy that kind of productivity.
And the Lions, they were your Super Bowl pick, so you did not pick them.
I didn't because I thought this could be one of those games. I mean, Dallas has more talent than they're on paper. They're better than 3-3. I know they have no running game, but they do have one of the better quarterbacks. They have one of the better receivers.
Yep.
Their defense is, outside of that game, their defense is still decent. So I thought it would be maybe a little bit of a trap game. I still consider Dallas to be in the mix.
Yep.
What I say? They could be 2-2. They could be 4-4. They're 3-3. And guess what they're going to play next week? San Francisco in San Francisco.
Next week, I thought the San Francisco was playing the Chiefs.
I thought they're playing San Francisco next week. In San Francisco.
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. What? We're betting.
Oh. What week is next week? This week.
I don't know.
So. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I was thinking this week, and you're thinking next week. Okay, had our lines crossed there. Mi scusi.
Wait, they're playing on Sunday, are they not?
I don't think so. Oh, I close it out.
Come on, dude.
Don't do that. Don't do
Come
this.
on, dude.
This week coming up, we have the Chiefs are traveling to San Francisco.
All right, so it's next week. Wait, why?
The Cowboys are on bye next week.
That's why. Okay, yep.
And that was a confusion.
All right, you were right. That was a confusion. Their next. Sorry. Their next game is against the 49ers. So we'll see. They could be 3-4.
Last year they were undefeated at home. This year 0-3.
0-3, and ever since the Green Bay Packers went in there and took their soul.
Yep.
How are you?
How are you? I'm like, I don't do this one. This is you.
Next game, Falcons over the Panthers, 38-20. I do believe that Andy Dalton is playing next week too against Oz. I'm not really impressed either way. Sorry, 38-20.
Oh yeah,
they're 4-2 for the Falcons. Everybody's gonna praise Kirk, 19 of 30, 225, 1 touchdown. I'm not sold on them either. No. I'm sorry, fakers, no. faker.
Yeah, I'm not sold on them at all.
Another piece of shit game.
Oh, this game was I watched this game. Oof. I watched this because it was the second parlay in our MOJO money pick parlay, and it was very difficult to watch.
Did we have an under-over on this game?
We picked the Bengals to cover.
Oh, okay.
Because you were convinced they were going to smoke the Giants.
Oh, that 10-point drubbing.
It was, 3.5? It was 3.5. And it's funny because at the end of the game, I don't know who was rushing it at the end. The Bengals, and the guy, if he went down at the 1, which he could have, they could have nailed the clock and then just milked it.
Yeah.
We would have lost. But he scored the touchdown, and the Giants took over and didn't do anything. Nailed it.
I won fantasy. We'll get into the fantasy corner, but I won fantasy this week by a very slim margin because McPherson only kicked 1 field goal and 2 extra points, and I had Cincy's defense.
Nice.
The slimmest of margins. They're 2-4. They won the game they should have won. They didn't win pretty, especially a game where the Giants again didn't have Malik.
Yep.
At New York, I don't know what's going on with the Bengals. I mean, at what point do you start to get concerned? Because this is you say, we won the game. Yep. We held them to 7 points, but what is going on? Like they don't seem.
They did show a clip of like Burrow on the sideline, like kind of like flexing a little bit. So I wonder if that hand or wrist or whatever it is bothering him. I don't know. What did you tell me?
We said it last year. Yeah. He's got a myriad of injuries.
He does.
And he's got fucking T. Higgins. He's got Jamar Chase. I mean, you got some talent on that fucking team, bro.
When I was watching this game, I was like, do the Giants have a good defense? What's going on here? Why they can't make anything happen? Why can't the Bengals do anything?
I don't know. If you're not going to use T. Higgins or Jamar Chase, send them my way, bro. Or send them to New England. We could use them.
Yep. And, so it was a pretty boring game, honestly. But the end was exciting because it made us win our parlay.
Amen. Monday night game. The Bills over the Jets, 23-20. Score looked closer than I think it was. I didn't watch much of this game. I know that Greg the Leg missed 2 field goals, but also 2 short field goals. So I guess it's a wash because the Hail Mary was literally a Hail Mary.
Oh, right.
So to me, the game wasn't as close as it was, but
yeah,
I guess you got 7 there. You missed 6. I guess it kind of washes out.
Yeah, and shout out MetLife Stadium for hosting 2 primetime games in a row because they hosted Sunday night and they hosted Monday night. And shout out to any mixture Giants, Jets, Yankees, Mets fans because the Mets played Sunday night and the Yankees played Monday night. So I was actually doing the multi-view for both of these.
Yep.
Which was fun. I was actually texting Cheese on Monday night.
That's true. Cheese is also he's not only a Jets fan, he's one of the rare, it's usually Jets Mets, Yankees Giants. Yeah. He is the rare like Jets Yankees.
Yeah. And he was although my buddy Chris is a Jets and Pete is right. Shout out Pete. I used to work with the Citizens. I know like 3 of them, but you're right.
Jets fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually Jets Mets.
Jets. He is Jets Yankees. Pete was Jets Yankees. Yeah. No, he was Giants Mets. What the hell?
That's it. Yeah, that's the other flip side weirdness.
Yeah. Anyway, I text Cheese. He was not watching the Jets whatsoever. He was all.
Oh no! Right now, it's like my cousin with NASCAR.
Yes, correct.
I was talking to Cheese yesterday, and he is full board, which I get. You guys haven't won. To me, 2009 wasn't that long ago, but it was 15 years ago. Yeah. So, and that you guys haven't been since.
The year after the Celtics.
Right.
You know?
So that's, but I don't know why in my head it doesn't seem like it was that long.
Not only that, they haven't gone. They've lost 5 ALCS in a row. So
we'll see what happens here.
They just lost on the 10th.
Did they?
Yeah. 7-5.
See, it would have been nice to do a Subway Series, but I don't. The Mets got shellacked last night.
Yep,
8-0.
Yeah.
They're down 2-1 in that series, I think.
Yes.
So, I mean, I would like to see another Subway Series. That would be fun.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I don't really remember the first one. I remember it. I remember watching because the Yankees won like 4-1 or swept it 4-0.
Yeah.
But it's neat, I guess.
It would be cool.
Not a lot of travel. New York will be buzzing if that happens.
Although I will say too, for the league, a Yankees Dodgers.
Oh God, the MLB wants Yankees Dodgers.
That would be
so bad.
That would be pretty.
Like the NFL doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But like NBA, baseball, and it's funny because everyone always says they want parity, but ratings show that dynasties get better ratings. They just do. Like since the Warriors.
Yeah, because you want them to lose.
Yeah, so like more people watch. They just do.
It's like Floyd Mayweather.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna watch because you want him to lose.
Yep. So,
but the funny thing with the Jets game was Rodgers was ripping the refs, and I get it. The refs, even in our game,
yeah,
we gave up 30 points, and honestly, they didn't need the help. There was some calls though where like
in our game too.
Yeah, it was just like
yeah, the first touchdown they got, there was a bogus pass interference in the end zone, which should have been 3 points, but they got the touchdown because they got to the 1 yard line.
There was some nitpicky shit.
Yeah.
But again, it's like I'm watching it like. The calls that the Ravens were getting versus us, it
usually.
Yeah, it is what it is. You're going to look at it differently because it's your team. Like I don't ever.
Yeah. Did you see the roughing the passing on Rodgers?
No.
It was really bad. It was bad. Even he said.
He said it was bad. I did say. I did hear that. He goes, I think that was a bad call, and another one that they got on Josh Allen was a bad call.
Yeah.
So. But I don't. They're 2-4. It's so funny because after 6 games last year with Zach Wilson. They were 3-3. So now they trade for Devontae, which I would expect them to do. They fire their coach after week 5.
Mm-hmm.
They keep Hackett, and they trade for Devontae. And this is all because the owner is trying to appease Rodgers because he thinks that this is the Super Bowl team.
Yep.
When this blows up with no succession plan, this is why you don't do shit like this.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be bad for a while.
They're going to be bad for a long... Again, Jets fan... He wasn't in favor of getting Rodgers, and even now, more so, I'm over it. I'm over the whole thing.
Yeah, and then he throws the guy under the bus after the game. Even if the guy ran the wrong route.
Who threw him under the bus?
Threw Mike Williams. Was it Mike Williams under the bus? Because he
had
the pick at the end.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers threw a pick at the end. He had a guy in the flat wide open who could have just easily got the first down, field goal range, out of bounds.
Right.
But he had to go for it all. Pick.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't run the right. It was underthrown. Give me a break, Rodgers. You're always throwing your dudes on the bus. That's the kind of guy he is. He sucks. It's just the kind of guy he is. Like on the field, although I don't even think on the field that much he's very good anymore.
Well,
he's washed. But off the field,
the hot take is
they have the same amount of points scored as last year, and the record's worse, like you just said.
And the record's worse. Again, he threw 3 picks last week in London, and 2 of them were ugly.
Yep.
And somehow Salah's the fall guy. Again, I can't get over that because you make me go to fucking London just for me to come back and fire me. Save me the trip. I don't want to fucking go to London. The fuck? Jeez.
That's funny. I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think
the
of
bye week teams this week were the Chiefs, Rams, Dolphins, and Vikings. I'd be fucking pissed.
I know, right?
They made me go to...
I didn't even think of that.
Like, oh, my fucking company made me go to London, and the fucking 2 days later, they fired me. I didn't need to fucking do that.
Oh, God. That's funny.
If I'm going to go on vacation, I ain't going to fucking London. Stop it.
Oh,
anyway, that was the week that was. Shall we? Wait, no. No, let's do Fantasy Corner first. So my slimmest of slim... radio.
Sorry, I'm not happy about my fantasy.
It's radio voice.
Well, I won and she's like not complete good. Tell me about your slim.
My slim shady victory. I won by 0.12. I beat Liam because he had McPherson. I had Cincy's defense.
And wow, that really is slim. Holy shit.
0.12. Now, what I will tell you is that win is even more appreciated because I had between injuries and buys, I had Tyreek out.
Yeah.
I had Malik out. I had Devontae out. And I had Stevenson out. So the fact that I even got a win off of that was clutch. And then in the other league, I am 2-4. I have this is hilarious. So you got to look at this one. Look at my bench.
Yeah.
The other league, I'm 2-4. I have Keenan Allen, Ferguson, Lamb, Moore, Puka, who's hurt, and Swift. They're all on bye or hurt. And I have in my starting lineup, I have 4 guys questionable.
I beat Jessica by 18. I grabbed Nick Folk off the waiver wire or off the free agency because I need a kicker because Butker, my number 1 weapon, was on bye.
Yeah.
I'm now 6-0 in Cheese's league. 6-0.
Wow.
But the gentleman I'm playing now, who I'm not,
Who are you playing?
Nolan's naughty list.
That's Bree. So that gentleman is a miss.
Well, I saw because I only saw Nolan. I thought it was like Nolan.
Well, that's her son's name.
Right.
They were trying to theme it for Christmas.
Gotcha.
But what would you say? What is the lady and gentleman? Would it be a gentleman and a lady?
Wait, are they co-managers?
No, but you said the gentleman I'm playing. I'm trying to flip it the other way. Would it be the lady that you're playing? What's the opposite of a gentleman for a lady?
You say ladies and gentlemen, right? Is that what it is? Gentle lady. You can say gentle lady. That's a thing.
There you go. All right.
Gentle lady that I'm playing.
A gentle lady.
Has Bo Nix and Williams playing, who already has 28 points. So I'm getting, that's not great.
I didn't realize the score was 13-0, by the way.
But she also played Olave, who is out with a concussion.
Oh, she did not check.
That Thursday night will sneak up on you if you're not careful.
You people use the excuses of kids. Not my fault.
Yeah.
Check your lineup.
Yeah.
Not my fault.
You can't. I mean, I have 3 people who are questionable, and a lot on bye. Actually, that's a lie. Anywho, not looking good for this week. But 0.12. That's might be the lowest I've ever heard. 0.12. Although, shout out John, friend of the show, my cousin. He once lost in playoffs by literally 1 yard, like literally 1 yard. It was on like Sunday or Monday Night Football.
Yeah,
and it was literally like one of those last. I think it was the Falcons, and it was literally just a last play of the drive. He just threw it to him, and he ran like 3 yards, and that was it. And I wanted the guy who my friend Jeff who beat him legitimately felt bad. Legitimately felt bad. Oh my god!
Yikes!
That's probably the most brutal.
That's bad.
I've ever seen.
I did lose by a full point a couple weeks ago to Cheese, but a 0.1. It was 0.12.
A point is like because isn't it? How? Yeah, because that's a full 10 yards, right? Because it's 0.01 for a yard, so it's like it's a full.
Yeah,
but like 0.01, 1 yard. 1 yard. That happened right in the last play of the game. Yeah. That's brutal. But and I won by 0.06 earlier, so even your 0.12 beat that one. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
Why? What was yours?
That was when I was clenching my butthole because your game against the Bengals, when they just had to throw it to Chase on the last drive one time.
Yeah.
Literally one time, and I would have lost, and they never did.
Yeah.
And I got a touchdown, and then you guys got the onside kick.
Now I got to look to make sure that this is legit.
You're
making it seem like it was so outlandish.
What?
Yeah, it was 175.42 to 175.3.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
I didn't even look at that. That's insane.
0.12.
That's insane. That's literally a yard, right?
Basically.
Yeah.
Well, I had Cincy's defense who got me 18, and he had McPherson who got him 16.
But also, Jesus' scoring is so out crazy. That's even crazier, you know?
Actually, he's on IR, by the way. I just noticed that. Yeah, I even he has questioned some of the scoring. Not with the kickers. The kickers is fine.
I've grown to enjoy the kickers' craziness. That's why I took Butker in the 4th round.
It's fun because your kicker, like McPherson got him 16 points, but then you got to have a kicker that gets you 90.
That's why I took Folk, because a couple weeks ago he had 100 points.
Yeah, it's fun, but he did say that some of the running back and the wide receiver, it's quirky.
Yeah, I will say my team is like a house of cards. It's a sham. My team's a sham. I'm not a real 6-0.
How many points have you scored?
Not a lot. If you go by points scored, I'm like 6.
Really? You just
Yeah.
had good matchups then.
Because my points against is by far the lowest in the league. By far. I'm at
shit.
926 points against. Yeah, it's like I said, my team's a sham.
Well,
I'm
it's
just getting really lucky.
It's funny because Laura
She has
the most points by far.
She caught a loss.
She caught a loss, but she has the most points. She has almost 1,500 points.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty close, too. I'm at 1,220. I'm like one of the higher scoring teams.
Like Liam is 4-2, but he has more points than me total. So
yeah, your points against is
it's obnoxious.
It's so low. Liam's is low, too, though. His is 941.
That's true.
His is 926. Yeah, so it's really matchups.
Yeah. I'm a proponent in fantasy football of doing 2 wins per week, and I will always go say this. I always want this because there's always that team that gets screwed with like, oh, I scored the second most points, but I played the team with the most points and I lost.
Yeah.
So I've always been, you should get a win for head to head, and you should get a win if you're top 6 scoring. I've always wanted to do that, but no leagues I'm in do that. But
That's fair.
always shout it from the rooftops.
And now maybe we'll hear you next year.
Maybe I'll tell cheese.
Okay. Anyway, do you?
Well,
You got more on your fantasy.
Well, in my money league, I lost by 4, which is very upsetting.
4. Yeah, see, that's another low one, though.
Yeah,
that's a low total.
Yeah, but that's like 40 yards or a couple catches.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, so it's not as
It's not as close.
It's not literally 1 yard that you won by. So, not great. I'm 2-4 in that league. I could very easily be 4-2, 5-1, but the ball's just not bouncing the right way for me.
That's
sad.
fair. That's how it is in the other league. Last year I was terrible. This year I'm still terrible. I just can't figure out the scoring of that league.
Mm-hmm.
The cheese one, the free for all, it kind of helps.
Yeah, it's just a crazy bouncing ball.
It really is. Do you have a hot take?
No.
Wait, what? She texted you when we started.
She said I had one that I can't remember now.
Call her right now. Call her live.
It was something about tight ends being useless this year.
Call her live, put her on speaker, and put it up to the microphone.
Okay.
And let her know that she's. This is the first time you're going to hear Jess's voice on the show.
She's going to think something's wrong. Okay, hold on.
Listen.
Hold on. I don't want it to be FaceTime. That'd be funny.
We're just on pause.
Yep.
Hello, boys.
You got to put the volume all the way up.
Hold on, put the volume all the way up.
Okay.
All right, honey.
Hello.
Are you eating something?
No.
Did I catch you at a bad time?
No, you didn't. I hope you're catching me to tell me how red I was.
Well, you were right, definitely about the Drake. I also didn't realize he turned the ball over as many times as he threw touchdowns.
Hey. That was not the hot take. The hot take was he was going to throw 3 touchdowns, and the queen herself was right. I was right.
You were right.
I heard you cackling when that hot take was read last week, and do you have anything you need to say?
Yeah, because I expected that 2 was a good number. 3 felt like a lot, but all right. No, it doesn't. He could have threw 10 picks. It doesn't matter. He's got 3 touchdowns.
That's true.
The hot take came true.
I thank you very much. That was the exact answer I was looking for.
What is your hot take this week?
Oh no, you're putting me on the spot here.
I texted you like an hour ago.
I answered you. Listen, it was something about tight ends, okay?
All right, that's you better think quick.
It's so big.
All right, the tight ends. No tight end is going to have over 600 yards receiving this year. Boom.
Boom.
I said what I said.
She said what she said.
Okay.
So there you go, folks. You heard it live. Well, not really. It's not really live. No, we're not. But you heard the process. Trust the process.
Trust the process.
All right.
It's a good one.
It was a good one. Thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome. Thank you, boys.
Okay.
Thanks.
Love you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Love you. Bye.
Now, I will say, though, because even in fantasy, I noticed the tight end play this year seems like it's
terrible.
It's not great,
No.
right?
Laporta had his first touchdown catch last week. Or, yeah, I mean, he must have after the 47 points they put up, or whatever it was. But, yeah, tight ends have not been great. Kelsey hasn't been great. Mark Andrews hasn't been great. You know, the big names that you would think. Who's the other? Obviously, Laporta. Hunter Henry's been, like, okay, but he's not moving the needle or anything like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So looking at receiving yards
Mm-hmm.
so far through 6 weeks. Now, obviously, it's going to go running back, wide receiver, tight end. It's just receiving yards. There isn't a tight end on the board until 15. You know who it is?
Pitts has been bad. Is it a name that someone would recognize? Like, it's not Kelsey.
You would.
I would. Someone off the street might not. I don't know.
Brock Bowers.
Oh, okay. The rookie, your boy.
And there's not another tight end until 31.
Wow.
Which is Dallas Goedert.
Okay.
So, it is, and then you get into Kmet, that's 35, and then Kittle's down at 39.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, you get one at 15.
Yep.
So it does seem like, but he has 384 yards, so unless he just bottoms out, he should hit that 600. But it does seem like the tight end play
not great.
Has not been great this year. So,
yeah. Awesome.
That's your hot take.
That is your hot take.
Actually, it's really possible because if he gets hurt, nobody else is even close to the tight end. So it really could happen.
You just need one.
Amen. Sorry, this is all new. So
you changed the colors?
No. I'm just trying to save myself. Let's get to our picks of the week.
Picks of the week. We are moving on to week 7.
Yay.
Yep. Week 7 starting right now. We actually not looking good with our first pick as the Saints. We both picked the Saints. They're driving, but it's 4th down, and they're down 13-0. So
it's not looking good, but we made our picks. We made our bed.
I'm not going to change it. You heard it here. You heard it here, folks.
Yeah,
we made our pick.
We're not liars.
No, we're
going to officially write it down because I only verbally said it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I gotta get my sheet up. My big old sheet here.
I am officially 49-43 on the year after last week's 11-3.
49-43. All right, give me 2 seconds. I want to do some math. I'm gonna do some math here.
You should be like 54 in whatever the difference is. 39.
Oh yeah, I was 2 over 500
You were
last
2
week.
over, and then you won
Now I'm
12.
3 over. So 3 over 500. Okay, that makes sense.
Are you 3
No.
over?
Well, I was 2 over 500.
Yes, and
So
now you should be.
What was your record now?
11-3.
No,
49-43.
So that means I'm 52-40.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nice. Look at us go.
Look at us go.
Moving on up. All righty. First game we have here, like we just mentioned here, and then moving to Sunday, 9:30 a.m. on NFL Network. London. Wembley Stadium, not Tottenham Hotspur, is the 1-5 New England Patriots traveling to the 1-5 Jacksonville Jaguars. What did London do to deserve this?
Honestly, the fact that this game is in London is the official toilet bowl.
These poor fans.
Oh yeah, I feel bad. This isn't even their sport.
You know, it's fun. And I was actually just reading how there's, I think, like 8 games this year, international. Next year there's gonna be 12.
Oh.
And they said that the year after that, Goodell was just saying they might do 16.
Oh, it's fuck this shit.
What's gonna happen? And some one of those stupid loser execs that we don't like said that they're probably gonna wind up selling like an international package because they have Thursday night football, Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, Monday night. They're gonna want a Sunday morning every single week. Is what they're gonna wind up doing.
I'm cool with international play if you go to Canada.
Yeah. Well, they're going elsewhere.
I don't like it. I don't like it. This is not boxing. This is not MMA. This is not shit tennis. This isn't shit that you should be going overseas for. I'm sorry.
I agree.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's the same thing happened with Thursday night football. Those first, remember they like sprinkled it in.
Every fucking week.
They're on NFL Network, and then eventually someone will pay them a shit ton of money, and the players will go for it too because they get 51% of revenue. Right. So the salary cap goes up. So they're going to be for it. They don't care.
I know, I just don't.
And then it's going to go 18 games, and it's going to be international every week or every other week. It's happening.
I hate it.
Or every week. I don't like it either.
Hate it.
I don't like it. Well, I don't mind that the game is first thing in the morning because I have the rest of the day to do whatever. So the Jacksonville London Jaguars are 6-point favorites.
That's
Something's interesting because they started off as 4.5-point favorites.
Stevenson's not playing. Most likely. He didn't practice today.
Yep.
Don't know if he doesn't practice tomorrow. I would imagine.
I think he's out.
I think so too, because right now he's projected as 0. But also, if he didn't practice, why fly him over to London to just bring him back and fire him?
It was such a random injury too. He just got like smacked in the shin by the helmet. This is a freak injury. But in the Jacksonville started the Jacksonville started at 4.5. So that means a lot of people were betting on them, which is why the line changed, and also like you said, Stevenson.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think Drake May is gonna ball out, get that first international win under his belt.
That would be nice. I'm going to pick the Jags only because I think that they've had 2 weeks to acclimate over there. Listen, this is a toilet bowl. I'm just trying to.
You got to go with the home team.
I'm going to go with the home team here, who is also the away team in the same place.
I'm curious to see if this is one of those cases where it's like being there 2 weeks. Does that help or hinder? Because I remember a couple of years the flea flicker game, not flea flicker, the Mac Jones throwing it backwards game. Or
yeah.
They were out there. They were in Arizona. They went to Arizona, then they played in Vegas. They were out there for 2 weeks, and there were grumblings from some of the players that were like, "We want to just go home." So it's like you're in London for 2 weeks.
Fucking babies. We
Big
did
fat
that.
Babies.
We did that. We played Cincinnati on a Monday night. We stayed out west, and then we played the Cardinals.
How'd you
And we
go?
won both games.
Whoa.
Because we're not fucking losers.
I'm sorry.
We don't cry.
Was that this year or last year?
This year.
Oh, okay. Well,
You think we won back-to-back games last year?
one of them was against us. So, anywho, I'm taking my boy, Drake May.
Okay. I'm going to take the Jags.
That's rude.
I know.
I might have to take the Patriots as my
I'll say the Patriots cover.
That's good. I appreciate that. I've never taken them as my money pick before. I might have to do it this week.
Wow. Really?
That's how much I trust Drake. Although I really like that over bet. I really enjoyed that. I really wish I put more on that because gambling is awesome.
Gambling's fun, everyone.
Remember,
do it as much as you can.
1-800 gambling.
If you have a problem like Marie's,
it's so fun. So like you get the notifications now, and it's just like promo from Rhode Island Sportsbook, and at the very end it goes, and if you have a problem, 1-800 gambling. It's so fucked up. It's so messed up.
Yeah, that's I'll definitely hang my hat on that.
Never bet more than you're willing to lose. It's as simple as that.
For me, that number is 0.
Perfect. You're in the right space, right? But I put $50 in. If I hit 0, I will not put $50 in again until next NFL season.
You need to watch this play.
Oh no, that's not a good sign. The man's hands are on his head.
Oh my!
Oh, another one. Oh no!
It's like, where was Bo Nix throwing that ball, and he fucking dropped it.
Like,
that was an easy pick, and he dropped it. And now watch, we'll get the first down here. Watch.
It's one of those plays where like he's gonna go right to that running. Oh,
watch.
One of those plays. Yeah, there it goes. One of those plays that was like he.
Oh my god!
Tackling is fundamental, kids.
Yikes!
Learn to tackle.
Tackling fuel.
Yep.
Tackling fuel.
Wow, that's awful.
That was awful on the throw and on the failed interception.
Oh man! All right.
Yikes!
And then next we have at 1:00 the Seattle Seahawks traveling to the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons are 3-point favorites. You know, we talked about the bird teams earlier.
Yeah, they're annoying, right? There's too many of them.
It's way too many. Way too many. There's a lot. It's like 5.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
There's a couple of like cat teams too, which I'm not thrilled about. Anyway, I'm not really feeling either of these teams as they've been going along.
Listen, me neither. But look at the spread, and what would you pick?
I would probably pick Atlanta being the home team. Yeah.
Because it's a 3-point spread.
Yeah, and Gino, I'd probably pick Atlanta to cover too, but I wouldn't bet on this game. But Gino, he's kind of reverting back to New York. Gino.
I don't know. It was a good story. I don't know if they have enough to win. Atlanta should win this game at home.
Yeah, he's like a backup quarterback that just had an extended run, and now it's coming to an end.
That's fair.
It even happened happens from time to time. In the 90s, having a couple of like quarterbacks like Ellis Gerback and stuff. Not great. Oh man. All right, so I'm taking the Falcons.
Yep, got you.
Okay.
Same actually.
Okay. And then 1:00. I mean, I don't know who you're taking here. CBS. We got the 1-4 Titans traveling to the 4-2 Bills.
That spread is too fucking low, dog.
Oh,
I would say take the over because it's going to be a drubbing. 40.5. That's only because they expect the Bills to score 37. It's not even close. Not even fucking close. At Buffalo.
Yeah.
And it's starting to get cooler around here.
That's true. I'll take Buffalo. If I'm covered, if you're looking for the spread, I'm taking the spread too.
Oh yeah.
1:00. We have the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to the Cleveland Browns. Cincinnati's 5.5-point favorites on the road. I think the Browns are toast. They shipped out Pooper. They're waving the white flag. It's all over.
Here's one for you, though.
Yeah.
Bengals to cover.
But lose?
No, they're going to win.
Oh.
By 5.5. They're going to win by more
I'm
than
sorry.
5.5.
Well, I thought they were underdogs.
No, they're going to win.
Silly me.
They're going to win, and they're going to cover.
Yeah. I can see that. Divisional game might be tricky. Browns, tickets only as low as $37. Things are not doing well in Cleveland.
No, sir.
Do you see that they're getting a new stadium with a dome?
Cleveland?
Yeah.
Ugh, why?
I don't know. It's pathetic, though. And you're in the AFC North. You play outside like a man.
Yeah, like a fucking man.
Right? Ugh. I hate domes.
Gross.
I hate domes.
The only one that made sense, I guess, at the time was Minnesota. I mean, because they would literally get fucking dumped on.
Remember? Because they played that one year when they were finishing building it in the University of Minnesota for college. Because college usually ends in like November, December. And they played that playoff game against Seattle, and it was like negative 100 degrees. Yeah,
I mean, Minnesota makes sense. It was nice, but they get too much snow. Buffalo, too, gets a lot of snow, but...
Yep. So, I don't know, this is just a random thought, but when they were playing that original dome, the one that they weren't, whichever one it was before this one, the Metrodome, is that what they called it?
Yeah.
Yeah. They had a commercial with Adrian Peterson, and he was like coming out in the field. He's like, yeah. And then in the commercial, there were fireworks. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. You play in a dome. Never liked that commercial.
You can't do fireworks in a dome?
I would hope not.
I mean, how high do they have to go? Maybe you could do some...
But there was like a sky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was, well, that's
completely unoriginal. How you like movies that are like not original or can't really happen. Couldn't really happen.
Yeah, that really couldn't happen.
Took me out of the commercial. I don't know what they're selling, but I wasn't buying it.
You know what's funny though, when I was watching the Cowboys game too, and they had a meme about it. But you're watching it, and the way that the dome is over there in Jerry World, the fucking sun.
Oh yeah.
Is so blinding. It's like that's why we can't fucking score.
There was a picture of Brady with that. Like, it looked really good. It looked cool.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine it being fun when it's right blasting you in your face.
No. But
because every NFL stadium is built north to south, right?
I don't know that to be a fact, but maybe probably
they're like supposed to be.
Yeah,
I think, and that would make sense if the sun's in your eyes.
Sure.
West,
Yeah.
But I wonder if that's true, or is that just like an old wives' tale?
I don't know, but I mean, even still, like I know with the Rangers, they play inside now. Unless the temperature drops below a certain thing, then they can open the roof.
Yeah, it makes sense in Texas because it's so freaking hot.
Right, but Jerry has the same thing. So why wouldn't it was nice out, but like the sun was so blinding, dude. Like that's why they can't catch the fucking ball because they're driving this way, but the receivers are looking back into the sun.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a funny thing. So I Googled it real quick. Most football stadiums are built on a north-south axis, which is considered best practice. It helps reduce the amount of time the sun is directly in the players' and spectators' eyes.
Oh,
it also helps reduce sun glare on TV broadcasts for VIP commentary, etc.
But that's not a rule. That's just
no.
general.
It's a good rule of thumb. So the Cowboys obviously aren't adhering to it.
Well, Jerry does whatever he wants.
Only 4 Packers, Broncos, Seahawks, and Bucks are perfectly aligned along the north-south axis.
Wow.
But it sounds like it's something they try to follow. I'm gonna have to look more into this. Oh, wow! There's a graph here.
Interesting.
Oh my gosh, this is very interesting. I'll have to send this to you.
Huh.
Wow.
The more you know.
Yeah, seriously, this is really cool. All right, sorry, it's math, which is kind of also boring. Anyway, we're taking the Bengals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And then another 1 o'clock on CBS. Maybe the game of the week, or one of the games of the week. We got the 5-1 Texans traveling to the 4-2 Packers. The Packers are 2.5-point favorites.
That's interesting. I'm assuming. Oh, sorry.
Nope. I was gonna say I'm taking the underdog. Underdog.
Well, that's what I mean. That's literally just a home field advantage. I don't know what you're seeing from the Texans that would elicit them to be underdogs in a game against Green Bay. Is it strictly because of it's in Lambeau?
They just had their biggest win of the year. The Texans.
Yeah.
They're flying high. They just beat up a rookie quarterback.
But here's the thing. What do they know?
What do they know?
Because I would expect a short margin
Yeah, someone hurt
by the Texans.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
I would say that you would.
I think you're right. It's just a home team advantage, but yeah.
I don't. I want to pick Green Bay to be different here, but I don't know if. I don't think so. And I'm not gonna just pick them just to do it. I'm gonna pick the Texans, but this is gonna be the one to watch. Mark this.
Yeah. Technically, I'll put a star. We did pick the underdog. Technically,
that's to me is strange.
odd. But then watch. Yeah, the Packers will win by like 25. Mm-hmm. Next we have the Miami Dolphins. Yep, traveling to the Indianapolis Colts.
Do we know who's starting for either fucking team?
Tua is not starting. I know that.
Yep.
I looked that up because Tyreek. Anthony Richardson. He's expected to return for the Colts versus the Dolphins. Oh my God! Actually, I should have sent this to you too. Shit. So it was a stat of how quarterbacks fare with a clean pocket in their accuracy or like their completion percentage. He was the lowest. Anthony Richardson with a clean pocket at 52%.
Yikes.
The next lowest was like 63%.
Yikes.
I told you he can't throw it. He can't hit. He has no accuracy.
I'm still going to pick the Colts here, but this is what I'm going to tell you. I think he's going to have a very short leash in this game because they should win. Miami can't score.
Right.
And if the Colts can't put up a measly 17 points, they put Flacco in to make sure that they win. Give me the Colts.
I'm also going to take the Colts. I am not happy about it, but I'm taking them. And if they lose, similar to the Titans,
never again.
Unless Flacco comes back.
Fair.
1 o'clock. Oh, maybe this is the game of the week on Fox. We have the Detroit Lions 4-1 traveling to the 5-0 Vikings. Vikings are 1.5 favorites.
I laugh at that because my Joker pick of the week is those Vikings of Minnesota. They're coming off a bye. Mm-hmm. I'm not sold. The Lions just kicked the shit out of the Cowboys. They're going to win this game. Not by much, but they're going to win this game.
Yeah.
Give me the Lions.
Vikings have to lose sometime.
And it's going to be this week.
Probably going to be this week.
Over my Super Bowl pick.
Yeah. Yeah. I am going to agree with you. I'll go with the Lions, I think. I don't know, actually.
No, you're going to pick Darnold?
I know.
Over Goff? They don't have Aiden Hutchinson.
That's true.
If that changes your mind.
You know what I'm going to do?
A 1.5 point favorite, though?
I'm going to go with the Vikings.
Look at the under over though, 50.5. How are you?
Well, it's funny because we said last week we jokingly said take the over in the Redskins Ravens. They hit the over.
Woohoo!
30-23. All right, cool. And the week after that, the next year after that, at 1 o'clock on Fox, the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to the 2-4 Giants. The Eagles are 3-point favorites. Something smelly in Philadelphia. Something smelly. Not liking it.
I'm telling you this. I'm picking the Giants because Malik's back and the Eagles they got too much heat on them, and the New York crowd's gonna fucking give it to them.
I watched that Sunday night game, like I said, and watching Daniel Jones is fucking painful.
But you didn't have Malik, bro.
Malik ain't saving that guy.
Nah, that's fair. I get it.
I'm going with the Eagles.
I don't think it's gonna be the 42.5. I would take the under on this game. I would take the under. Neither one of them can score.
Okay, yeah,
I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, but I think the Giants squeak it out, and this is where Philly starts their formal demise.
Yep. Yeah.
They lose this game,
Yep.
but I think the New York crowd's going to give it to them.
Yeah, I think so too. All right. This next one. This one. I'm gonna take a swing. I'm gonna take a swing here. So we got the 405 CBS on CBS. We got the Las Vegas Raiders, 2-4, traveling to the 1-4 Rams. The Rams are 7-point favorites.
I don't understand the spread.
What
You're
going
to tell me.
What do they know? Things are not all right in Las Vegas.
No.
7 points?
I mean, the Rams are coming off a bye too, but again, you don't have Kupp and you don't have Puka.
So,
but a full touchdown?
Yeah.
I don't have faith in. Excuse me. I don't have faith in Aiden O'Connell either.
Right.
Well, it's because Devontae.
That's right. They lost him. He's been injured too. Well, injured. Huh. Yeah. Right.
Not anymore.
Yeah. I'm taking the Rams. I'm taking them to cover.
I'm going to take the Rams. The covering seems. I mean, it's not unlikely. I would say a 7-point would be safe if it was a different. Like the Rams are 1-4. What have they fucking shown you to give them a 7-point? I wouldn't give the Rams a 7-point favor over the fucking Jags or you guys.
Yep.
Or
Kupp is expected to return.
All right, so take the over.
I just dawned on me.
Take them to cover.
Because I have him as questionable in Cheese League. I was like, maybe he's coming back. He's coming back.
All right.
There you go.
And you don't have Devontae. They're mailing it in just like the fucking the Browns.
Yep. So
yikes.
Let me double check that.
Make that money pick
on the Rhode Island Sportsbook. Let me see if the spread is also 7 there. You have to log in every single time.
What?
It's really
in
annoying.
The love of
I know
Pearl.
All that is holy. It's 16-3 at the half now. NFL. I wish I was better at.
Quickly going to be 0-1.
I wish I was better at college football because like my pals who like are in that gambling thing, they know like college football. They're so good at it, at like doing the spreads and stuff. Although I was like 4-0. I told them I was like, in this time that I've been 2-4, I was 1-4 to start. And I was like, in my most money pick, I'm like 3-1. And my other friend was like 4-0-1. He's like, yeah, and everything else. I'm like 1-10 right now. He's like, that's just the way it goes. That's the way she goes. Sometimes she goes,
and sometimes she don't.
Sometimes she don't. That's right. You're a Trailer Park Boys fan, right?
Yes, sir.
That's my favorite line like, in the history of history. Why is this spread not showing up? Where are you?
Sometimes the Rhode Island Sportsbook has a different spread.
Yeah, they're not. Well, it's not even here. The game. 10-20, right?
What? 10-20?
That's the game, right?
Yeah.
It's not. More bets? What the fuck? This app sucks. This app fucking sucks.
This app fucking sucks.
I'll look it up later. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all of our listeners. Next week. Next week. God damn it.
You just you want to blow through the season?
It's Thursday. I get a little sleepy by the end of the week. We have the 4:05 p.m. CBS game. Oh, you're on CBS. This is weird. I don't like that, man. I don't like it.
I don't either. I like Fox.
We talked about this, and I was thinking actually about it throughout the week. CBS is like, football. I think it's because Jim Nantz does CBS, and he does golf. And if there's anything hoity-toity, it's freaking golf. And Fox, what does Fox have?
NASCAR.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, let's go. Rev them up.
Yeah, I don't like CBS. We're actually on CBS next week because they flexed our game against the Bears to 4:25, which so you can watch it.
Oh,
and we're on CBS on that one. I don't like the broadcast, but maybe that's why I have that vibe. It's like
I think that's it.
And their music is so like uppity. Like I don't like this.
Not the NASCAR.
Professional football
not
in
the
America.
NASCAR Truck Series.
Yeah, I want nitty gritty.
Yep.
Give me the Redskins, baby.
Here we go on CBS. We have the biggest trap game of the year, where the Charlotte Carolina Panthers travel to the 4-2 Washington Commanders. Washington is 8-point favorite.
Look at the over under.
Wow.
But that's because Dalton is in and they can actually score.
When's the last time you guys have been favored by this much?
Oh God! So we were really good in 91.
Yeah, it's a good
We went
year.
14-2. Some people say it was the best team there's ever been
in the history of history.
Some people argue that, when they rank who was the best teams overall, like the one team from us that gets thrown in that high mix is the 91 team.
Who was the quarterback of that team?
Mark Rippon.
I wasn't sure. It was Rippon, Theismann, and Doug Williams.
Doug
Those are the
Williams,
three. Yeah.
Doug
That's impressive. 3 wins, 3 quarterbacks within like a 10-year
Same coach.
span, right? Yeah.
Same coach. Yeah.
That's
Joe Gibbs, baby.
yeah. Doug Williams
Right up
is always the forgotten quarterback when they talk about like black quarterbacks.
He was the first one to do it.
First one.
Yep. That's the thing about Washington too is because I don't know about the rest of the league being like racist with that kind of thing, but I mean with Doug in the 80s.
Yep.
But we've gone through a lot of black quarterbacks. Like we never gave a fuck about that. That was never an issue with us. We went through. I mean, even recently we had McNabb, we had Jason Campbell, we had Dwayne Haskins, we had Josh Johnson,
RG3.
we had RG3.
Your boy
we
now.
got Jade. Like they don't. This ain't a thing in DC. We don't give a fuck about your skin color.
I think Jacoby Myers may have been the first black quarterback that started a game for the Patriots. I'm pretty sure that's accurate.
Which, wait, Jacoby Myers, Jacoby Brissett.
Sorry,
I hate to say this. It fits in with the Boston narrative.
it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. I'm pretty sure the Red Sox.
It doesn't fucking help.
The Red Sox were the last team to integrate with that.
So was Washington, I think. Originally, the
Mm-hmm.
Redskins were.
And we all know about Bill Russell's history with Boston and their fans. But it's
Listen,
it's 2024.
all I'm saying is Washington has never. I mean, I think they were the last one too to integrate in the football realm. But as far as quarterback,
modern day,
we don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
we don't give a motherfucker.
that's awesome.
I'm picking the Redskins over the Panthers.
Oh yeah,
Your
time is now.
The time is now.
Your time is now.
51.5 though on the over under. Yikes.
That is, yeah.
That's high scoring.
I'm not touching that. I would have. We jokingly said take that with the Ravens, but the Ravens also have a high-powered offense. The Panthers do not.
They don't, but our secondary isn't good, and we lost Jonathan Allen for the year.
That's true.
So
That's a good
there is, and if the Panthers have any sort of decent run game,
Yep.
there's a chance that we give up some points.
Yep.
We have to score to win.
Yep. All right. 425. Another good game of the week. The undefeated Kansas City Chiefs traveling to the Super Bowl rematch. The 3-3 San Francisco 49ers. 49ers are 2-point favorites.
Surprised at that. They are coming off. Are they coming off a bye? The Chiefs are coming off a bye.
Yep.
The Niners are not. They beat the Cardinals.
The Seahawks.
Seahawks,
Thursday Night
yeah,
Football. It's like
Thursday,
they
yeah.
extended bye because they were on Thursday Night Football.
I think the Chiefs have to lose at some point. Normally, if the Niners were healthy, I would give them the edge. It depends on San Francisco's defense. Although, again, the Chiefs haven't scored a ton of points, which we've talked about, but they really haven't had to.
Right. Yep.
I mean,
No, I think the 49ers are going to win. I think that this is going to catapult them into like. It's because they're 3-3.
yeah,
They're going up.
Yeah, they're on the brink. Yeah,
They're going up.
I'm gonna take the Chiefs. Too close to
Jerk.
call.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Jerk.
That's a kind of a coin flip.
It's
They're traveling west. Well, they're only traveling from Kansas City, so it's not that far for them.
They're going west, everybody,
yeah.
but they're coming off a bye.
Yeah, that's true.
The Niners need this because otherwise they're staring down the barrel at 3-4.
Yep. No, you're right. You're
But
right.
they'll be 4-4 because they got to play Dallas
Yeah.
the week after.
Yeah, that's true. All right. And then 8:20 Sunday Night Football. Again, the freaking Jets have another primetime game. Can't wait to trot out Aaron Rodgers again. Although they're playing against a team who made one of the dumbest decisions in the history of football. But it's also on NBC and Peacock. They're playing the 4-2 Steelers, who have decided to play Mr. Limited himself, Danger Russ. They benched your boy,
Justin.
Yep, our boy. He's not anybody's boy.
Justin Fields.
Yeah,
I don't understand the benching.
Me either.
I would give them. I would think they would have a better shot with Fields, but I also think that Rodgers and Devontae are gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna
intentionally. Yeah. He's gonna intentionally target him. We were talking about this before. Normally, a team would make a trade like this and limit the reps as you get going.
Yep. Oh, they're gonna throw.
Now, when you're the Jets, get out there. You're gonna play every fucking down.
And if they get in that red zone, he's just gonna pepper him.
Yep.
He's gonna want it to happen. I mean, he's in my money league fantasy Adams, which I've been pissed the last few weeks because he's been hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's gonna pepper him. Russell Wilson's gonna blow it for the Steelers. The only chance they have is if Justin feels it clicks. Mm-hmm. Like Russell Wilson, as it has been, it's not happening.
Jets 26, Steelers 16.
Wow, they're gonna cover too. Okay, all right.
Cover. It's a fucking 2-pointer.
A
fucking field goal will do it.
Feel good at the end of the game.
Russ ain't going to be your savior in this game. If he comes out and throws fucking 3 touchdowns, that's a hot take.
Right, yeah.
Because I don't expect it at all.
Yep. And then we have the doubleheader on Monday night. We have the 8 and 15. Oh, God, 8 and 15.
Wow, you really do slow down at the end of the week, huh?
I do. Listen, Braden has woken me up at like 4 a.m. like 3 nights in a row. And when they stack on top of each other, it hurts.
Yeah, I get
it.
So
at 4 a.m., he wakes me up. His sheets are off. He wants to put his sheets on. I'm like, bro, you're 4 years old. Just reach down and grab those sheets. Like, you can do it. You are old enough. You are old enough.
It's funny how there's things that if you do it for them, they get mad because they want to do it themselves. Yeah. And then there's things where, like, are you hopeless?
Yeah.
Like, there's things where you could do and then you just don't want to do.
Braden was our first, so we did, like, everything for him. And now it's coming back to bite us a little bit. Where with Ella, we're just like, whatever. Like, you a second, just do it. And she does everything. Like, she just does it. And, like, we've noticed, and I watched a funny video of someone saying that, how, like, that happens to a lot of parents, and I'm really seeing it. So I'm like, I'm trying to be better about him. Like, you do it. I'm not doing this for you. You do it.
Yeah.
You pull your sheet up. Anyway, it was like 3:30 in the morning, and then I get back in and like I was dreaming. I was like, that's how deep my REM sleep is. I was dreaming when he woke me up. So I was.
What is he doing when you like? How does he wake you up? Is he you have the monitor?
We have the monitor, but his room's across from ours. We keep his door. His door stays open because he gets mad if we close it.
Yeah.
Ours is like cracked open, and he just goes. I think he just yells he just yells over and over and over.
Yeah.
And the problem is, like, if he doesn't stop, he's gonna wake up the baby, and then we're fucked.
Yeah.
So he's like, she's undone, or I'm cover me, whatever.
Cover me.
Yeah. He just does it over and over again, and like sometimes Jess wakes up, sometimes because I'm closer to the door, and I have his monitor. She has her monitor.
Like in that instance, can you see him? When you wake up, like, can you look over through the hall and be like,
no,
pull it up?
No, I could yell, but then I don't wake up the baby. I could also talk through the monitor.
Yeah.
Which doesn't always work. It works through the monitor, but he doesn't always listen.
Yeah. So you have to get up and be like,
oh, yeah, I have to get up. And I'm like, dude, you can do it. You can do it. Just do it. It's so funny.
It's such an unnecessary, like in the grand scheme, it's such an unnecessary wake up.
And Jess is always like, just be nice. Just be nice. Because it's 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, put the shit up. And it's great because I do try that, but it's very difficult at 3:30 in the morning. Just when you're woken up out of like you're dreaming. I was literally dreaming. And then the worst part is I go back to bed, and like as I'm falling back asleep, he starts going, "What's that noise? What's that noise?" Because the heat had turned on for the first time.
Yeah.
He didn't know what the noise was. Like, Brayden, it's the heat. Go to sleep. It's middle of the night. And like when I said when these string together, it's a rough.
Then we get the 8 and 15 Ravens.
We're playing more football games in a season than any football team in history.
And they're losers.
Long way to grandma's house. This game is on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN Plus. The 4-2 Baltimore Ravens, my Super Bowl pick, are traveling to the 4-2 Baconeers. Ravens are 3.5 point favorites. In my opinion, the Ravens are Soren and the Buccaneers are too inconsistent.
Take them to cover for sure. I'm taking the Ravens. Take them to cover. 49.5. Maybe take the over.
Maybe.
A little shootout action.
Oh, yeah, I could see a shootout for sure.
A little shootout action.
Baker throwing 3 interceptions in a single quarter is not going to work out against the Ravens. So you better.
No, sir.
And I know he's got like that. Like Drake May has that Baker-ness to him, where like 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Like you take the good with the bad.
You got to work that out of them. Early.
Yeah. You got to take that. Yeah. So it's like because he threw 3 touchdowns was great. Had 3 turnovers. The Texans had 17 points off of turnovers, so not great. You got to work on that. Anywho, Ravens.
Agreed.
And then at 9 o'clock, exclusively on ESPN Plus.
Yes.
The Los Angeles Chargers are traveling to the Arizona Cardinals. And this is the West Coast game, so we don't care about it.
We don't care about it, but I'm going to say this: if you do want to do a Mojo parlay, take the under.
Okay.
Take the under, but I'm going to pick the Chargers, and I'm going to pick them to cover. But that 43.5 seems a little high for me.
All right, so we got take the chart. Yeah, I had the Chargers too. Take the under, and then I took the Rams. So we'll try to. Okay, that'll be our Mojo parlay, second ever.
Bam,
boom, shakalaka. And the under, what was you say? 43.5.
43.5. That seems high for these two.
Yeah, because the Cardinals were like the Saints, so they had a great offense first 2 weeks, but they have sputtered as of late.
And I don't know, the Chargers don't have their identity yet.
No, the Chargers, I feel if you're going with anything identity, it's going to be the Harbaugh identity, which is run the ball, control the clock, and score 13 points and win.
13 to 10. Yeah, so that's why you take the under.
Yeah, fair point.
Cool. This is another thing that they started doing that I don't like is the inconsistent number of teams on bye.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Yeah, now it's 2, which is the Bears and the Cowboys.
I don't understand. Like, sometimes it's 4, one time it's 6. It's like, now we're at 2.
It is weird.
Weird.
We don't have buys till late in the season. You guys, too, so it's odd.
So we're getting the Bears off of a bye the following week. They flexed our game to 4:30.
All right, I'm going to try and watch that for sure.
Kayla versus Jaden, and it's at 4:25, so it's not 4:05, so we're going to be able to watch it specifically because it's going to be on. CBS is going to be on.
Nice.
If it's not, then your money back. Anyway, that was the week. That was week 6. Our picks for week 7.
And I'll be able to watch some good football this week because we have the early games. I'm going to try and catch the other games afterwards. So
I
more in the know.
Might have to go on an excursion on Sunday. All I said was I need to be back by 4 o'clock because I need to watch my game. So you want to go to a fucking pumpkin patch in the corn maze? Somebody kill me, please.
We went to Adam's farm, but I think we went on a Saturday. So we didn't miss the football. Look at you. What have you become?
I'm a shell. I am a shell of my former self. I'd like to think I've gotten better with age. There's a high probability I've gotten worse. 2 weeks ago, we went to Character Con.
Yep.
Now we're doing... I will say this. There was a respect level when this was pitched to me that she looked at the schedule to say...
Oh, that's nice. Yep.
In 2 weeks, you're playing at 4 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And you're playing the early game. Yeah. So there's a gap between like noon and 4.
And also with the YouTube TVs, you got it. You're handheld. You're mobile now.
It's not the same.
Future.
It's not the same. Oh.
It's better than watching the ticker.
It is better than watching the ticker. I can't complain.
Or maybe
first world problems.
True. Get yourself an iPad that has.
You're gonna carry around an iPad at a corn maze.
Yep.
Well, the thing is only from 10 to 4, so regardless, we're out of there.
You're fine. You're fine.
We're out of there.
You got the XM. I know you're not a big fan of the listening on the radio, but you got the.
I just don't think I'm gonna make it.
425. You're fine.
I'm not gonna make it down. Well, it's a 405.
Oh, I thought it was 425.
Next week's 425.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I don't think I'm going to make it from Gansett back up this way to go to my father's.
Yeah,
that's going to be the difficult part. So I may have to just pop a squat at her house and watch it on my phone.
Yeah.
But I would like to be left alone.
If you bring your laptop, you can watch it on your laptop. Sign it to TV from there. That's easier to carry. You just put it in a bag.
What do you mean?
What?
I would just put it in a bag.
A laptop bag? I have one right there.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's easier for me to watch it on my phone Because if I bring out a laptop, that's when everybody starts scurrying over.
fair.
What's this? And then we got to touch the keys. Yeah, no, I ain't doing that. I do that on Monday and Tuesday mornings. That's rough enough.
We did Adams Farm in Cumberland. They had they got the patch, and they had a beer garden, which was nice. Moniker Brewing was there. It was a good time.
Nice.
It was a good time, but it's the most in like northeastern part of the state.
Yeah, that's. I don't even know. We're going somewhere, and it's South County. I don't know where it is exactly. But also, my sister's coming in for 2 weeks.
Oh, nice.
So she may go and also bring my niece.
Nice.
A whole party.
Wow. Look at you.
When you sent that thing about the character con from Paul Rudd on Hot Ones, look at us. Who would have thought this would be us? Not me. I laughed out loud.
Good.
I LOL'd and I was like, fucking idiot. And she's like, what? And I show her the text thread. I don't think she found it as funny, but I did.
If she knew.
If she only knew.
Right.
Anyway, we'll be back next week. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Share it with five of your friends.
Yep.
5 people you hate. 6 people that you don't even know.
Yes. And 7 people that you met one time. Facebook friend requested.
Yep.
And haven't talked to in years.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Perfect.
A couple high school people that you lost touch with.
Yeah.
And
I got
also
a lot of those. I got at least over 200 of those.
Send them to the Facebook people that post about political views that are different than yours.
Yeah.
Send it to them.
Yep.
But also shout out the people who actually listen to the show that we know of.
Oh yeah.
Which is my father.
Yep.
My cousin Jay. Your brother Darren.
Yep.
Does John listen? Your cousin John? You said friend of the show.
I
shout out John anyway.
He's mentioned stuff before that I've said, so he might.
Okay. Fair enough. Well,
That's fair enough.
those are the 4 that we know.
Oh, and my dear sweet wife.
Well, Jessica's part of the show.
That's true. Today was her first appearance.
It's the
live.
MOJO and Jess show.
I'm
really.
I'm curious how it's going to come across on the recording. I'm curious about that.
If the volume was up, I'm sure it might be a little faint, but we'll get it up.
First live appearance. So that was great. It's good. I enjoyed that. That was funny.
Until next week.
Bye.